Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, please, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that fun stuff. I love interacting with you guys. Today's video is going to be quite different. I'm going to be doing my makeup just for fun, pretty much. But while I'm doing my makeup, I'm going to tell you guys about me and my story. Now, to warn you, my story isn't pleasant whatsoever. Might be times that I struggle talking about things, or might be stuff that just comes out of my mouth. My emotions are messed up pretty much because of my childhood. I should say part of my childhood. And sometimes I might not show an expression on my face. If I do, I might look mad, I might kind of get quieter. Also, I did have ear surgery, so I'm still dealing with down to one ear as of now, because they put stuff in my ear and it's like Vaseline, but they put so much in it that it's created this wall, and it's all I can feel it, it's all around my ear. It's gross, but I'll get into why I had that surgery. So I'm originally from Michigan. I have, let's see, how many siblings? 4, 5. So I have 6 siblings, but none of them are related to me. So I'm technically an only child, if that makes sense, because they were all not related to me. So my biological mom, which she doesn't even deserve a title of being a mother. Gosh. She was far from a mother. She did things that no mother should ever do. Things like abuse you, neglect you, leave you alone. My biological mother, when I was around 3 or 4, left me in the pool by myself for a while. I would say a good solid 3-4 hours. I didn't have any sunscreen on. And I got, 2nd or 3rd degree burns. And I had to go to the hospital. I had bad sun poisoning. I was crying. I couldn't even sleep because of the pain that I was in. And then, let's see, kind of after that is when things just kind of were even more of a roller coaster for me. My dad, so my biological dad, met this person in high school, and they were high school sweethearts. And so when we moved from Michigan to here, that person was the reason why we moved, because she started taking care of me, and my dad obviously loves her. And so I don't even consider her my stepmom, because we just have so much in common, more than the monster that I came from. Gosh. how to explain certain things. But my stepmom brought me out of the dark pretty much. Even though I did put myself back in there for quite a while. But anywho, so, you know, I go to the hospital. So, like, my dad and stepmom drove all the way from North Carolina to Michigan to pick me up to take me to the hospital. But we didn't go to the hospital in Michigan. We went to the hospital here in North Carolina. I don't remember which one, but I remember the doctors poking my back, poking the blisters, trying to pop the blisters, blaming my stepmom that it was her that did it, which I think is just, it's unhuman to point fingers when I'm clearly telling them that it's my, you know, biological mom that did this to me, and I'm only 3 or 4, and, you know, my dad and stepmom are both saying the same thing, and the doctors, the hospital still wanted to be like, it's your fault, you're the one that did this. Which hurt my mom, my stepmom, quite a bit. But at the same time, she took it into her own hands to help me. So she decided to start using apple cider vinegar on me. So, like, it stung a little bit, but at the same time, like, it eased the pain quite a bit. And so I did that for quite a while. I had the apple cider vinegar soaked paper towels all over my back, and still to this day my back is so sensitive that it's like when somebody just barely like touches it, it hurts. But after that, let me get out of the being sunburnt. By the way, I am using the Psychedelic Circus because why not? I, you know, started going to school and started getting ear infections. Like, bad ear infections. I mean, to the point where I couldn't go outside with the other kids. Because that's how bad they were. Like, if it was raining or snowing, I wasn't able to go outside. I had to sit inside, watch the kids play, pretty much, and, you know, have fun, and I had to stay inside because of my ear. And for years and years, I had ear infections. And, until about, I don't even remember, I'm gonna say it was like 2011 is when I went to a doctor here in North Carolina about the ear infections, and he found a cholesteatoma, which is essentially a extra growth of skin inside your ear. But it could have been prevented, but it was missed so many times because of the ear infections. And I'm definitely lucky that it didn't get any worse, because if it gotten worse, cholesteatomas can just grow, and apparently they can get to your brain, cause all kinds of brain issues and stuff like that. So I'm thankful that, you know, I don't have any issues like that. But what did end up happening is, once the doctor found it, he had to do surgery like right away pretty much. And so I had the surgery, but what had happened was that the cholesteatoma completely crushed everything in my ear. And he took it out, and he was like, hey, I have this method, pretty much, you know, he's going to be deaf in his left ear, but there's this method of trying to fix his hearing. It won't be perfect. It won't be, 100% hearing, but it will definitely, help him hear. And so another surgery was scheduled once, that was all healed. And he put a titanium rod in to, what's the word? To kind of act as like the bones and stuff like that in my ear. And so I was able to hear, not 100%. I struggle with pitches, certain like levels of stuff, and like I can't be in the car with the windows down on like highways because of the rattling and stuff. It vibrates and it hurts the prosthetic. I should say it hurts me and the prosthetic because it's like, vibrating. And what had happened recently is that it kind of not fell, it was like on a slant pretty much. And I, was losing my hearing again, and it's something that's very personal to me. I don't share with a lot of people, but like you guys, I was like, I want to, share it with you guys because I feel like it's so important to be aware of, ear issues in general. You just never know. And I trust you guys. You guys are growing with me, and it's just time I share my story with you guys. But yeah, so with the rod slipping, or on an angle, whatever you want to call it, my hearing was going and things were annoying me a lot more. And so I went to the doctors and he was like, yeah, it's definitely slipping. And, we discussed the options, whether I do a hearing aid or another surgery. And I went ahead and said the surgery because, my insurance covers it, so I don't have to worry about it. And, he had to take the rod out for the surgery that I had the other day, which was the first. And the original plan was to sit there and make the rod longer, but when he went in, apparently he said that my eardrum and some other thing has changed shape somehow, and so he didn't have to make the rod longer, which if he were to make the rod longer, it would have been a lot easier for it to slip. And he cut it short and fixed me back up and stuff, and then put the stuff in there. But going back a little bit, I struggled through elementary school because of my ear. I got kind of depressed at a young age because, how it isn't fun to sit there and watch kids get to play while you have to sit inside because there's something wrong with you. And it's just like something that I'm always going to struggle with. It's not something I can just get rid of, even with hearing aids. Like, I get hearing aids help and stuff like that, and you can hear, but, my hearing won't ever be normal, and it just sucks. And I was trying to get disability for it, and I've gotten the disapproval for it for like 3 times. And I talked to my case manager about it, and she was like, yeah, they really, like, probably won't give you disability because it's just one But what people need to understand, especially in like the government area or like the disability stuff, is that having one ear that's fine and then the other one that isn't, they have to rely on a prosthetic or a hearing aid to make your hearing perfect, is, baloney, because there's certain things that I still can't do, like when I'm in a car. When my prosthetic before it was slipping, the sounds, like, I can't distinguish which way they're coming from, really, because, our, what is it? Something with their balance and hearing, they go together somehow, I can't remember how, but they do, and so it easily can throw me off balance. And they just need to realize that stuff like that isn't safe. And for them to just be like, nope, sorry. But, you know what, I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna keep trying, I'm gonna fight for what's right. Because I just think it's wrong that, people that have true disabilities, I'm not meaning like mental illnesses like depression, I'm not meaning that, which apparently you can get disability for that, but I'm trying to get it for an actual disability because certain things I cannot do. And with them just, denying me, it's kind of has this like, that feeling again of like, I have to sit inside, I can't do what other people do because of my hearing. And, isn't fun. But, fast forwarding a little bit, I don't want this video to be too long. I went through a big depression in middle school. I'm pretty sure a lot of people go through depression in middle school. If you don't, kudos to you. But I was struggling with my sexuality at the time, and it was hard for me because, I was raised in a, Baptist church household. And, even though we weren't, like, super, like, church people, I was always, like, doing stuff with the youth group, because they would go to, like, different camps, or, like, they would just do, like, fun stuff, and I'm just, like, it was, like, the first time that I was, like, able to have, like, fun with kids my age, and sorry, I'm just, like, really focusing on an area. I did that for quite a bit, and then there was incidents that have happened in middle school that are just not right. Getting blamed for something I said and getting in a lot of trouble for it, and I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I, middle school, got raped by what I thought was a friend. It was a sleepover for their birthday, and they decided to rape me, and they had weapons and stuff like that. No holding me down. So, trying to make that aware too. That is something that happens, that a lot of, if teenagers experience it, they don't really like to talk about it. But for me, I can talk about it because it's made me a stronger person. It's, made me realize things about myself. And so that kind of, like, added to the whole, like, me trying to find myself. And that happened, and it just, it, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It terrified me, I guess is the word. More than terrified, but I guess terrified is a good word for now. But yeah, and then there was this person. So, funny thing is, I dated a couple girls, and then this one, the last one that I dated, we both kind of realized, or I realized, that that's not what I liked. I wasn't really attracted to females. And so there was this dude that I liked, and this was before I was out, and his mom was very much like, she found a note, because we used to write notes to each other, and she found the note and brought it to my house, and I cannot tell you the feeling when my parents opened the door and what came out of her mouth came out of her mouth. I turned pale instantly. I started feeling queasy. Definitely wasn't a way that I wanted to come out, but, you know, it happened. And so his mom was like, you know, does your son like my son? You know, I'm not gonna tolerate bullying and stuff like this. And then I was in my room, and then my parents, you know, came in from outside, and they were like, we need to talk to you. And my mom was like, did you write this? And I said, yes, but I wrote it for someone that wanted, you know, me to write it for them. But stupid me, I wrote my name at the bottom and like stuff. And my parents, like, I could tell they were like mad, but like I couldn't tell if it was like disapproval mad or just you know, mad in general that like I did something like that. And so, oh, that's like really pretty. It's very minimal, but like I'm gonna pack that stuff on because I need some glitter today. You know, and then the dude that I liked, his mom had a conversation with me. He was like, or she was like, you know, I'm not gonna allow you to date my son until you come out to your parents and be truthful with them. And I was, you know, in my head just like, I can't tell them, because I thought they were going to, you know, like disapprove and stuff like that, because, you know, we were somewhat going to church, but not like all the time. And, you know, and the very next day of school, there was report cards that came out. So I thought it was a genius idea to write on my, on a piece of paper that I was bi, like bisexual, and I gave it to them and went to my room and didn't come out until the next day. And like, my parents were supportive, or they are supportive, I should say, but like at first it was this kind of, they didn't know like what to do, what to say. And it got to the point too where I found out that I don't like girls. I see them more as like friends or sisters, more than like girlfriends or wives or, you know, any of that. And so, you know, I started high school. I'm gonna skip over some stuff because it's like, you know, don't care. But yeah, I started high school and I was somewhat out, but not like fully out. And until COVID hit is when I did a lot of self-exploring and stuff like that. And I became super comfortable with myself, and like, you know, I started, you know, getting into makeup and, you know, dressing up, you know, doing drag-ish stuff, you know, and really exploring, you know, different avenues and trying to figure out, you know, don't like saying this, but like what type of gay I was, if that makes sense. Because it's like, I'm not flamboyant and I'm not masculine. I'm in the middle. I used to consider myself a gender bender because I've mastered how to make myself look very feminine. But now, you know, I do plan on doing drag, which I do consider, you know, what I do kind of drag. So, you know, I just consider it drag now. But yeah, I did a lot of, you know, self-exploring, self-meditation, and, you know, really honing in on like trying to figure out who I was, what I want in life, and stuff like that. I still haven't dated since middle school. I mean, there was like a couple people that I had a crush on in like high school, early college, whatever you want to call it. And you know, but I never dated anyone. But it definitely was a struggle for me, you know, being like the only gay dude at an early college, you know, and I'm not that intelligent, but I'm not like stupid either. So it, you know, there was a lot of pressure on me, and my principal, which was my principal for middle school, was my high school principal, and he did not really like that I was gay. I was literally the only gay dude at the early college. Well, I can't really say that because there could have been like people questioning themselves, but I don't know. I was like the only one that like showed it. I would wear chokers, I would like wear skinny jeans, and like I thought I was like cat's meow. But then I learned that people really just like didn't care. Only my friends cared. But like other than that, like nobody really cared what I looked like. And it's like at the early college, I felt comfortable, I felt safe. You know, there was only like 100 something students, so like, if that even, because I know when I went there that it was like kind of just started, and like the school just started up and stuff, so I mean, like, I was comfortable but not, if that makes sense. And then once I got kicked out of the early college because I failed Spanish like 2 times. But then yet again, I'm a person with a disability, a hearing disability, so makes sense. You know, I can't understand certain pronunciations or how to say them exactly. And so when I got kicked out for that, I was I was pissed, because I was like, this isn't fair. You know, I'm trying my hardest and I still got kicked out for doing my hardest. But it took me a little bit. Like after the early college, I kind of felt bad. I felt like I was stupid or something, you know, so it was kind of that like slump again where it was like, what's wrong with me? What did I do? You know? And so I just, you know, once I got out of the early college and I did virtual academy for the rest of, well, no, I did a high school near my house, and then COVID happened. Well, COVID was happening already, but I had the choice to stay virtual or go back in person, and I just stuck with being virtual because I was like, you know, I can't handle any more of this high school pettiness. You know, I had friends that I thought were friends and stuff like that. So I just, you know, decided to do that, and then that high school was like, you gotta do the virtual academy if you want to stay virtual. I was like, whatever, I don't care. And so I did that, graduated, and then since then I've just been thriving, really. But it definitely hasn't been easy to you know, find myself, and I would do, you know, a lot more in depth about me, but I'm just summing up kind of my story and where I'm coming from and stuff like that, because that's another thing that I struggle is with being a guy that does social media and does makeup. It's kind of this it doesn't feel that good to be honest, because it's like a lot of you know, makeup artists are females, and so being a male and doing makeup, it just, and doing social media, it hurts sometimes, because I feel like people don't see me, and it's like I'm young and stuff like that. That's another thing too. It's like I feel like some people just don't like take me serious, which is another thing that hurts, because it's just like I'm very real with you guys. There's nothing about what I'm talking about that's like funny or like a joke or anything like that, because it's just, I'm real with you guys. I'm not fake. I'm not a fake bitch. I like being real, because I feel like being real gets you so much farther than being fake or anything like that. So yeah, by the way, I didn't say that I'm doing this like mushroom elf look, but it's definitely a growing process for me. You know, I'm at the point where ready to move on. Like I said in one of my videos, my past videos, that I have some big news coming in like a couple months, which I'm excited for, because I need it for my sanity, myself, my peace. Just because I can't be stuck in something that I can't make progress on, if that makes sense. Like I can't work on myself any more than I already have where I'm at. So I just gotta, you know, watch out for myself, all that stuff. But okay, so I think I am going to hop off and do the rest of my makeup real quick and then come back. But okay guys, I am done. This look turned out so cute. Oh my gosh. Literally love this. You know, I had to bring out the mushroom in the Psychedelic Circus collection because I was like, I have to do a mushroom look. Which this is probably gonna be my last like true psychedelic circus look, just because, you know, I've already done like, I don't even know how many, I've done a lot. You know, I gotta get a move on to Christmas makeups and stuff, so I want to do this for like my last little, you know, cutesy psychedelic circus. Yesterday I did a ringleader, so hello elf. Gosh, this is so cute. Gosh, pink and like this color for blush looks so good on me. Okay, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if there's like something you guys want me to go more in depth on about me, or just like what else you guys want to know about me, but yeah, I'm excited that I was able to do this video, and hopefully I'll be able to do the fuck proof versus the Jeffree Star approved, which I'm wearing the Jeffree Star approved with some lashes, and I'm wearing the white mascara on the bottom because I finally got the white for Christmas looks. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.